Okay, students, let's get started on part two. Part two of the assignment on z-scores. So here they are again, and what we see is raw scores that students who took this career inventory for some sort of career guidance have raw scores on each one of these dimensions. And it's hard for us to really determine anything from just the raw score. But if we convert these to a z-score or some other transformed normalized score, normalized is another word that's used in statistics for creating a common scale, then what we'll do is see the students with a score close to zero, and those are people who are kind of average on a particular measure, and then we'll also see those students with a high positive and high negative, and that'll tell us which of them are much higher than the mean or much lower than the mean. So with this, there's a number of ways that we can get the data into the Jamovi program. We can save this in Excel and save it as a comma separated values file, but we can also copy and paste it in. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 of these, and I'll leave you to do the others. But what we're going to do is find the Z transformation using Jamovi, and then put the data back into the worksheet. So if you looked at our previous example, you remember that in order to get the Jamovi program to calculate this, we have to use the transform function. And one thing that I did not do last time, but it is a good thing to do, and that is to convert this from a nominal to a continuous, because you're not really supposed to use categorical data for Z transformation. But now that we've done that, we're going to go to the data option at the top, transform, and then we're going to use this transform into a new function. We're going to select from the list of functions by selecting this drop-down menu, and find the Z, and we double click that Z, and now we have to open this parentheses. It will not, for whatever reason, it does not put it into the parentheses, but we open and close the parentheses on the other side of this statement that says source variable, and then hit enter, and now we have a transformed variable, and it's a z-score. And we can take our z-score values and move them back over to the worksheet for the assignment. And what you'll find is the person with the highest positive value was person number 1, which was Steve. This is for computer science. The person with the lowest is May, right next to him. So here again, the whole purpose of this is so that we can put this on a scale. Now when we convert all of the others, I'll put one more in here, and this is going to be the business. So now here are my business scores, And again, I'm going to select the variable, change it to continuous, go to data, transform, create a new transformed variable, look at the function, find the Z transformation function, double click it, move the parentheses to enclose the source variable, hit enter, and now we can see our z-scores here. Okay, so now again, now we can compare the z-scores to see how people did on each one of these. And let's, on each one of the dimensions of the career placement. So let's go to analysis and exploration, descriptives, and we'll take the variables that we have worked with and move them over, and we should have, for each one of the variables that are transformed, we should have a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, and the other ones are going to have their individual means. So here we are. So the computer science was A, and I could have labeled that, I should have. And we had a mean of 39, but that really on our transformed variable is 0. I mean, this is a engineering notation for a number that's 1.42 with 16 zeros in front of it. And that's a very, that's 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then the transformed variable, both of them have a standard deviation of 1, which also means they have a variance of 1 because the square root of 1 is 1. So that should get you started. And from there you just discuss the questions. And if you have any further questions about how to use the program, don't hesitate to drop me a note.